What's up, everybody? I'm Lamar Anderson, and I want to welcome you all to another episode of Think About It, Black People. There we go. There we go. My team is always so hyped. I love it. But yeah, want to welcome you all to another episode of Think About It, Black People. Before we actually get started and introduce our team, my team, and our special guest, I want to make sure that you all are seeing the different videos that we're posting. I want you to like, share, and subscribe to those videos. We got a lot of great content coming out there and a lot of great content coming. So definitely want to make sure you all do that. So with that being said, let me go ahead and get into this and introduce my team. First up, let's go to the Queen, Shell. What's up, Shell?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We back in the house, y'all, and this is for our people as usual. We thrive on this, man, and we come with a whole lot of energy and a special guest.
That's right. That's right. All right, go ahead. Let me go to my other queen. Go ahead, E.
Hey, you guys. Just glad to be in the house and glad to have Apocalypse in the house. Woo! Make sure you vote. Early voting started.
Yes, early voting has started. Make sure if you haven't done that census, you get that taken care of as well. All right.
And hey, for not just the president, your congressmen, your senators, and them judges. All right.
I got you, E. I got you, E.
All right, let's get to the most senior member of the group. You know, what I mean, my man Rut. Go ahead, Rut.
What's up with it, y'all? Senior member. Okay, I got you, bro. I got you.
You looking good. You looking good.
I could resist, dude. I'm sorry.
You are Grandpa.
I apologize. I could resist, man.
Keep laying down and getting up. You'll get there.
You know, that's right. That's what I'm trying to do. All right. With that being said, my man Rut, he brought us a special guest, a very special guest that I want to definitely allow him to have an opportunity to introduce. So go ahead, Rut.
Oh, yes. I'd like to welcome you guys to a good friend of mine, one of Peoria's own, pro wrestler, Apocalypse. Is doing some big things here in the city and also abroad the state. And we brought him on to talk to him about a few things, what's going on with it.
Hold on, Rhett. No disrespect. You did a really good job with that. But no, man, we talking about a wrestler. Like when we used to see wrestlers come out, wrestlers had to come out. You got to bring this man out.
Anticipate.
All right. So you ready? Let's bring him out.
Need all my hell raisers to stand up. It's head bashing time. Apocalypse, 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 apocalypse. Everybody know this one? Apocalypse, apocalypse.
Hey now.
Oh, hey. The apocalypse is in the house.
See, yes. That's how you know this man was made to do this, man. You know what I mean? He went straight into character in the whole. I mean, I'm loving it, dude. I am loving it.
Yes. Thanks for having the Apocalypse aboard. I'm happy to be here. Thank you, guys.
No, thank you, man.
You're most welcome.
So you know, this is a platform where we talk about a lot of different things. This was one of my childhood dreams, and you know, talking to people who wrestle. I used to watch wrestling on a regular basis. Got hooked on it a long time ago. So before we get into all of that, let's give the people a little bit of background about yourself, man. So who is the Apocalypse?
Okay, the Apocalypse, born and raised Darnell Reed, Apocalypse from Peoria, Illinois. I did my training back in 2015. I started in Ohio Valley Wrestling. Here I was trained under the wings of the late great Matt Capitelli. He passed away back in 2016. Okay. We lost him to brain cancer. Okay. So RIP Matt Capitelli, shout out for his family. Prayers steady going in the air for him. Like I said, I started back in 2015. I wanted to take a journey, a step away from the MMA field. I used to do mixed martial arts before this. Expand my, horizons a little bit. You know,
Okay.
I've been conquering all of Illinois. I've been all around Illinois, different little towns I didn't even know about half. Pardon me, but you got to start somewhere before you make it big, though. So I was told to conquer my hometown before I can conquer the world.
That's
So
right.
here I am.
So you're also involved in like a whole lot of other stuff, man. So, could we talk a little bit about some of the other things that you do other than the wrestling in terms of mentoring and things like that you're involved in?
Yes, I'm a mentor. I'm a big mentor for the bully program. Fighting back to help kids stand up against bullies. I lead by example. I'm not a big guy, but I lead the example to never back down, no matter how big, small, what color. Stand up and be a man.
Well,
Face those fears.
So Apocalypse, I think that one of the reasons me and you kind of talked before we even got started with the interview, one of the reasons you have a passion for that is that you grew up in foster care. So you have a passion for the underdog, I guess. And so, you said your family showed you a lot of love and took you in. And so can you tell us a little bit about the name Apocalypse? Because I was teasing you that when I saw your website, I was scared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
The apocalypse could be taken in many forms, many fashions. The apocalypse, I am here for a good reason. Like I said, the apocalypse, he stands up to the bullies. He stands up for those who is preyed on, picked on, abused, anything. I'm there, whether it's in the ring or motivation or inspiration outside of the ring.
Come on now.
I preach to so many people that need help out here, and some of them just look for that little inspiration, that pep talk to keep going. Always believe in yourself. I in a million years would have never thought I would become a professional wrestler. It's always been my dream, always been my passion. But I woke up one day and said, hey, why aren't I doing anything that I want to do for myself?
That's right.
So I said, I'm going to take that lead and go ahead and fulfill my dreams.
You know what? When I was growing up, we didn't see a lot of wrestlers that looked like you. And so I remember going and there was Crusher and Bruiser. But, even when you think about Chadwick Boseman and what just happened, so many kids are looking for a superhero, and you want a superhero that looks like you. But when we were kids, the superheroes were the wrestlers. So we thought they were the coolest. So to see a black wrestler from Peoria is really cool.
And on top of that, I am the only black wrestler from my area.
And we look for that, man. So I appreciate that. Like he was actually saying, I could name the black wrestlers, and you would almost, when you're watching wrestling, wait and greatly anticipate the black wrestler pulling up, like Coco Beware, the Junkyard Dog.
Booker T.
Booker T. Yes, man.
Booker T. Stevie Ray.
My
Truth.
My favorite was Tony Atlas. The late
Tony Atlas. Oh,
yes.
Tony Atlas. Yes.
I just remember
wouldn't want to get in the brawl with them.
I just remember WWF in the 70s, and it was only like 4 channels, and so I was after the Smurfs, I would turn on wrestling. But what I like to do is go back to your costume, your makeup. It's nice to see you without your makeup, because when we we're doing our little research on who Apocalypse was, again, little Facebook kind of scared me too, and I was like, I'm gonna have to start binding and rebuking here. But it just goes, it truly goes to show that we always judging up, trying to look at people and put judgment on them before we even get to know them. And that's one of the things I think that we need to talk about, and just how, you have this look that you portray, but on the inside, you're coming with nothing but love.
Get an open book behind the paint.
Yep.
of
Yes.
who I am.
So for those who don't know what Shell was talking about, we're definitely going to give you all of Apocalypse information so you can definitely check them out. But I was the same way when I saw, because it's clown makeup, but this ain't no joke. Homie don't play that. So like this ain't that type of clown. So only clowns I messed around with was Bozo, Cookie, and Sideshow Bob and all that. But like Apocalypse don't play that. Like, so if you see it, you understand, like, this is real deal. So yeah.
Well,
you guys haven't even met Carnage yet.
Well, and you know what, you guys, I shared before one time when we were just chatting off to the side about the time when I went into my midwife's office and there was a guy covered from head to toe in tats, and his girlfriend was pregnant and she was covered in tats. And when I first walked in, I was a little nervous when I saw them. They were the nicest people ever. And then another couple came in and you could tell they had money and they just snubbed them. And they were so sweet. And it just, God really put on my heart, we have to get beyond the surface. How many times people get passed over?
Get beyond the color, yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
I agree with that too.
And all of that. How many people get passed over, or how many companies aren't doing as well because they passed over the person who didn't look like we wanted them to look and they were the best candidate for the job. So really getting a little deeper, which is why I'm glad that we brought this up.
And speaking of that subject, I have been in situations like that. I have been passed over, but you got to look at the bigger picture. Once one door closed, another door will open, keep fighting for that dream. You're going to have so many no's before you hear a yes, in any field, not just, wrestling field.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Well, and delayed is not denied, right?
That's right.
That's true. It's
and with
true.
And with that being said, how do you maintain every day? I'm all into this mind, body, soul, spirit. Some say mind, body, soul. I say mind, body, soul, spirit. Perhaps soul and spirit can be used interchangeably. But nevertheless, what do you do to keep yourself balanced? What do you do, when it comes to diet, exercise, and just your spirituality?
Yeah. My outlet, I guess, what I would use is my main thing is music. Music is beautiful in so many different ways and fashions. Speaking of my man's Ruttown, he produced one of my tracks, actually, the one that was just played, the Apocalypse Anthem.
Okay.
And so cool. So cool.
Look at it. Look at it. Go ahead. Dust it off, Dust it off.
All right. We'll do it for you.
Shout out to Ruttown Records.
Okay.
He do his thing. I give him. He holding it down in Peoria right now in that aspect. And like I said, music is one of my number one outlets. If I'm not in that ring, I'm not running them ropes. I'm not chasing somebody down, slamming them in the ring. I got the music in my ears. Put me in a different world. Depending on my attitude, my behavior, and what I'm feeling for the day.
I think that's missing today. Like we had the arts, like we have the art schools, but I'm a poet and everyone knows I love to write. And a part of my healing process is writing. A part of when if I hear other people's stories and it burdens me, I write it out instead of carry it so that I can leave it at the cross.
Right.
Done. Yeah. And I think that we need those arts back. I mean, look at look at Lamar with what he does with music. Yeah. Look at the picture behind Michelle, her daughter's beautiful artwork. I mean, we need that back in school.
I need more love. Our world has lost a lot of touch with love.
That's right.
I'm sorry, Shane, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
No, we good. I was gonna say, just speaking on behalf of Michelle, Lamar, and myself, we all were in the same arts class in high school. Yes. So
that's right.
We all music is my escape. As everybody knows, music has always been my escape. And the intro, that was an inspiration when my mom passed. I made that song for her, and then it became something bigger, So it's always something that's going to give you that inspiration that drives you to your focus point of life.
I just want to put it out there. If I
life.
could just put it out there too, when we were in art class together, my shaded Janet Jackson, it was on the wall. Somebody took it. Y'all gonna feel bad about taking my art. Somebody's gonna watch this and be like, that was her art.
I hope y'all find out who took her Janet Jackson, man, because Michelle been on this Janet. She wants the pick back.
But you know what else, you guys? You hear a lot. When you're doing what you love, it's not work. Like Lamar, when you're on DJing, it's not work. No. When you're mixing music, Sean, and producing, it's not work. Michelle, when you're making food, it's not work. Apocalypse, when you're in that ring, it's not work, and it's all an avenue for us to go back out into the community and do something positive for other people. And so I just love you guys.
I heard that same thing.
The scripture speaks about burying your talents. You know, you bury your talents, then what are you gonna get? You can look at talents as a gift that God's given you, or a coin, however you gonna look at it. But if you bury it, then what is it going to do? What's going to be added to it? So we got to utilize our gifts and talents for the community. And that's how you really become a millionaire and a billionaire, by utilizing your own gifts.
I get tired of sitting back watching them on TV. I want to become one myself.
Right.
You know, I gotta get up and move, you know.
So
speaking of that, I know there's a lot of preparation to do what you do, man, physically and things like that. So like, I know we alluded to, you know, the things that keep you kind of grounded, but what is your like workout regimen and eating regimen? You know, what does that look like? Because a lot of people are going to look at this going to want to become a wrestler and not realize how much work it actually takes to pull this off.
Yeah, like I was just speaking with someone earlier today about the same situation, dieting and regiments and stuff like that. Out of all the years I've worked out, I've been on numerous diets, numerous plans. I think the best plan is for you to find your own regiment, your own plan, and stick with it. Just like work, you know, like you say, if you're doing what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Isn't that what you said, Miss Erica?
Yes.
You know, if you're doing what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And if that's what you love, if you want to stick to a plan where you know it would benefit you, make you a much healthier person, eating right, don't eat out fast food every night. Eat your vegetables.
Money.
I'm sorry?
And it saves money. So
not
only are you saving your health, you're saving money.
I mean, you don't have to be the strongest man in the ring. It's all in your mind. You feed your mind, you can conquer anything.
That's right.
You know?
Amen.
And then one thing I did hear earlier that you said, you invested in yourself, because you said you went for training. So, you know, a lot, you know, some people are just going to try to go do this without professional training or someone to guide them to how to do this. So you actually invested in yourself. Could you talk a little bit about that?
It's a risk, you know, without training, you might as well, like I was saying, you want your car professionally worked on, you're going to take it to a professional service, not hire the guy down the street. You know, that might get by. It might get by for a week or two, but you'll still have those problems, you know. But if you want to be, I started off investing my own money into class. I started off for 9 months straight. I traveled from Peoria, Illinois to Louisville, Kentucky every weekend, 9 months straight. My wife, my 3 kids, you know, I got me a job while I was down there. I took care of myself. I took care of my career choice I wanted to do in life. And I took care of my family at the same time. You know, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. I had nights where I slept in my car, you know, just to conquer my goal and what I wanted to do, just to make sure my family was okay first at the same time.
You can't help but respect that. You can't help but respect it. And there's many of people, you know, right now today, Tyler Perry slept in his car, and look at him now. He's trying to create and build his own city. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
Tyler Perry doing a thing.
He is. And he slept in his car for years.
You know, love Tyler Perry, everything he do.
Yeah,
Well,
man, this thing, you stay hungry. You know, you don't lose your value of life. You stay hungry and grounded that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and,
You're gonna
and,
get it if you want it.
And I want to commend you on that, man, because a lot of people aren't willing to make those sacrifices. They think, they want that easy route. It's that, according to what you said in terms of your eating regimen and all of that stuff, you're not using supplement. If I'm hearing this correctly, you said you don't use supplements or anything like that. That's correct? You know what I mean? Or anything that's not natural. Is that correct?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that one? I lost you for a second.
Oh, you're good. I said, you said in terms of your eating regimen, you're eating as healthy as possible. You're not eating a lot of junk and things like that, correct?
You're not using supplements.
Exactly. I don't use supplements. I'm all natural. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I believe in me and what I can do, my own strength. I do, like I say, I stay on a steady workout. I stay toned. I may not work out every day, but I work out maybe 2 to 3 times a week. I work out the hardest, the most when I am preparing myself for a fight, maybe a month in advance. Yeah, I'm steady on the move. I'm never allowing my body to tire me down.
Well, you know what I think is important too. You said you do 2 to 3 days a week. A lot of times people think that they're going to get stronger by overdoing it instead of getting their proper rest. And there's a critical recovery period that happens with your proper rest that makes you stronger down the road. And every blue moon, Michelle lost weight and she motivated me to start working out and doing those things. And I find when I don't get my proper rest, I start to overeat. I start to not want to go to the gym. And so all of that plays into a dynamic. So I'm glad you do that.
Balance is essential.
You find your own balance.
Balance is essential. Yes. And like you're saying, Apocalypse, only you, nobody knows you better than you.
Exactly.
And once you start implementing these changes for yourself, you'll see what works and what does not work.
Exactly.
And I think that's a super critical point too, because everyone thinks, well, the Atkins diet worked for this person, the keto diet worked for this person, the paleo diet worked for this person.
Exactly.
You have to figure out what works for you. Hey, I think you were mentioning before we got on the show some of the work you did for St. Jude. You and some of the, can you tell us a little bit about that?
We do have a lot of members that's in the organization, wrestling companies that do put together shows that many wrestlers from around come and volunteer to help raise money for St. Jude.
Wow.
The research program.
Yes.
Actually, you can check them out. They actually have a Facebook page. It's called Wrestle for a Cure.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's a legacy you're leaving for your original trainer. I mean, you're giving back to cancer care.
Yes.
And I myself was actually a child from St. Jude as well too.
Wow.
That St. Jude actually helped repair my legs when I was a baby.
Look at God.
Just full circle. Look at God. Woo.
So hold on. Before we get too deep, we got to make sure this guy with Halloween coming up. It's very short.
I was getting ready to say that.
He got something coming up. We got to make sure we plug him so we can get these people come out here and show him that love and support. So what's coming up for you, man?
Okay. So first, I'm gonna send everyone to my Facebook page.
Okay.
My Facebook page is Darnell Reed. Also the Apocalypse at 666 Devil's Pit.
You see why we were scarred?
Okay. I'm like, oh Lord.
That's supposed to scare the opponents, not you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's my page where I share a lot of information and different shows that I'm working. I don't just work one show, I'm working numerous shows around the Midwest area. So if you want to find me personally, you can jump right on my page, look up Darnell Reed. That's DARNELL, Reed, REED.
Okay.
Yeah, just search that name up and it will direct you straight to my page from the Apocalypse page.
I've already followed you because my
Yes.
son and I are coming for October 31st. We're gonna be like
Yes.
apocalypse.
Okay.
So what's happening on the 31st?
31st.
Yes.
October 31st, we will be holding a show, our Halloween bash, in Bartonville, Illinois, 5901 South Washington.
Okay.
At the Brooks Auction House. We'll be doing our first show of the year, actually, for
Okay.
Midwest Impact Pro.
What time?
Yeah, Midwest. The show starts at 6, but before the show, I believe it's starting at between 4 and 6. They will be doing a trunk or treat for the kids. We know a lot of parents have been skeptical about taking their kids trick-or-treating and things like that due to the coronavirus. Yeah. But at least out there, you know, it's a safe environment. Everyone must wear a mask. There's limited seating. I believe only 100 people can sit in the building. You have to register through Midwest Impact Pro or myself. Say you're interested in going to the show, let me know you're going to be coming and I can get you signed up on the list, reserved seat. Okay.
Can you say the name of the building and the address one more time?
Yes. The building is Brooks Auction House. It's 5901 South Washington Street. And that's in Bartonville, Illinois.
October 31st at 6 p.m.
October 31st on Halloween.
So if we pull up with our mask and stuff on, man, you're gonna give us nice wrestling names. I mean, we come up. What's up?
We're not talking scary mask. We're talking the mask.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have my corona. I ain't in shape for all that other stuff. I'm just gonna have my corona mask on.
Okay, I thought you was talking about a regular mask because the apocalypse might take offense. I don't know.
Think about that.
Hey, before we let you go, Apocalypse, I got a fun question for you since we gave you a lot of serious ones.
Yes.
Give me there's one answer here. There's one right answer.
No pressure, Rut. Dang.
Hulk Hogan or The Rock?
Oh, I'm The Rock all the way. Now, don't get me wrong, I love them both, but I'm The Rock all the way. The Rock was my motivation growing up. I couldn't get past the Attitude Era without him. When he left, I feel like I quit.
Okay. I got a follow-up. The Rock or Stone Cold?
That goes to him having someone who looked like him who inspired him.
Okay, The Rock or Stone Cold?
The Rock or Stone Cold, you say?
Yes.
Oh, both of them my boys, man. But I still got to go with my boy. I still got to go with The Rock.
Fun fact, did you know The Rock was mentored by the Hulk?
Yes. And they done a couple battles together too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is true. Fun fact.
Definitely want to thank you for coming on here, man. Is there anything else you want to get out there, let the people know about you, man?
Like I said, you can always check my page out. I'd like to give shout outs to Midwest Impact Pro, Joey Grunge and the crew.
Right.
Yes, Midwest Impact Pro. And all the guys, I'd like to give shout outs to you guys. Thanks for having me on there, Lamar, Erica, all you guys, Shane. I'd love to come back again and give a recap on the show if you guys would be willing for that.
Not a problem, man. Definitely want to thank you for your family for lending you to us. You said your wife and your kids for lending you to us to provide this information to the people, man. Want to salute them as well.
Also, one more thing.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
One more thing. Me and Apocalypse are back in the studio working on that next hit.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
And don't forget to go check out the wrestling site for donations. So Wrestling for a Cure, and don't forget to vote.
Yes.
Hey, Rut, go ahead and take us out here, man.
Thank you guys again.
You're watching another episode of Think About It, Black People. So think about it, y'all.
Thank you.
About it.
Think about it.
We out.
Wow.
Thanks, Michelle. That's old school. We showing our age.
Okay.